EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights coming this offseason.
The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I'll imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
They'll put Addison in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He connects with Jordan Addison. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. Open man downfield, it's Addison. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He gets it to go. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Jalen Darden now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple of years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
On 1st and 10, here's Smith. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Smith to throw on 1st down. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and 5. From the gun, it's Geno. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, And they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Chandler now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see the football for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He's got his receiver. It's Jones.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, Darnold. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Darnold. And that'll be batted down. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down. Ryan
So on fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Back deep is Jalen Darden. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, Smith. Metcalf, left side, he's got it. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
We'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. This defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. Metcalf coming across the field. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, they face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Darnold to throw on second down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Darnold to the air once more. The sideline pulled in by Addison.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
3rd down and 9. They'll go play action with Darnold. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it, and the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Chandler now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Vikings offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, here's Darnold. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. It is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Darnold. Going right sideline and complete. And out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Darnold to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Geno to throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Geno. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Smith, quick one to Metcalf. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
2nd and 7. Play action now. It's Geno. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He'll find Jefferson coming across the field. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Hawkinson.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. In trouble, and down he goes.
better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get this up to about the 28. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. The Seahawks sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The home team's offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Darnold. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Jefferson. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Darnold again. He'll look underneath here for Jones. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Darnold to the air once more. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The visitors' offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right, but they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.